Welcome to Spokesman Daily Inspirational Messages with Reverend Gregory Rabber. Reverend Gregory Rabber is a physician and a minister of the Word of God called to communicate and bring the message of hope to our generation. This message will build your faith, inspire hope, and fill you with strength to win over life challenges.
Now, I've been taking a series on grace. And this morning I will be talking about all-sufficient grace. And my text is in 2 Corinthians chapter 9. And I'm going to read verses 8 and verses 9 from the King James Version. 2 Corinthians 9, 8 and 9. And God is able to make all grace abound towards you, that ye or you, always having all sufficiency in all things, may abound to every good work. As it is written, He had dispersed abroad, He had given to the poor, His righteousness remaineth forever. Now let's go to verse 10. Now he that ministers seed to the sower, have ministers bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness. Paul was making us realize that one great function of grace, one great reason why God brought grace into being, is to make sure that we are sufficient in all things. I've known people who have served God diligently and patiently and quietly, and I have seen them in the latter part of their life. And I can almost conclude that these men have all sufficiency in everything. And I'm going to quickly give you a few principles. And I want you to think through these principles. The first thing I notice about these people is that they realize that God is the source of all things. You see, you must come to a situation where you are connected to God primarily, and to men by extension. You see, that is why James told them, don't say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but say, by the grace of God. And so the first law of all sufficiency is to be radically convinced that the state of your life can be determined by the heavenlies, but not only thing on this earth. From simple things like the meal you eat, the clothes you wear, how to take care of your bills, your school fees, how to take care of your children, the businesses you are going to establish, you must come to realize that God is your supreme partner. You see, sometimes somebody told me, oh look, I'm going to do business. And I have this business companion who is very rich. And I think it will go well. Something will tell me that that business will never go well. The reason is this. He's human. He's human. And human are not predicted. And so the first law is that you must be a source of power, that if you are a wife, your husband will say, how did my wife make it? How does my wife bring income to this house? And your wife will say, your life perplexes me. There must be a mystery to your life. And that mystery must be connected with God. Number two principle, you must realize that you are God's set man to show forth His glory. Paul was talking about the Corinthian church. He said, look among you, not many noble, not many rich men, not many great men upon the surface of the earth, but God has chosen. And now went up and listed everything that was not considered very good. The weak, the unwise. That He did it to confound the great men, the rich men. You see, Jesus says you are like a light that is set upon the hilltop. You must see your life that you have been raised to authenticate God. Simply put, you have been raised to testify to God. And as a child of God, God's going to take you through mountains. And when you get into the mountain top, you think all life is airy and beautiful. He's going to take you through storms, and men are going to look at that storm. He will never get over it. Isaiah said, when thou passest through the fire, when thou passest through the waters, God never insulates his people from circumstantial adversity, but gives them the enabling power to overcome it.
If you enjoyed today's message, why don't you be a blessing and share it with a friend? If you have any inquiry, testimony, or prayer request, email us at info@gregorabber.com. To partner with Reverend Professor Gregor Rabber in communicating the message of hope to people of all nations, please visit our website www.spokesmancom.org. God bless you.